All right. So, it's been 13 years since
It has.
you took Geyer to the state softball tournament. How does it feel going back there?
Feels awesome. This group's amazing. They could have very easily, put their heads down after Wednesday, but they didn't. They got together, rallied, and man, they just played their tails off these last 2 games. Super proud of them.
For someone who hasn't seen Finley, how do you describe her, the type of player she is?
A warrior.
Feels good.
Bring it, I'm down. Come on.
He saw it coming and still took it like a champ.
Yeah.
If someone hasn't seen Finley pitch, how do you describe her?
I would describe her as a warrior, kid that wants the ball every night. I think she grew up right in front of our eyes this week, facing one of the best teams, a historic program over there. We knew we had our hands full, and we trusted her. And she came through. She was very disappointed after Wednesday. She felt like that she let us down, which she didn't, but that's what she felt like, and she really wanted the ball. And I just can't say enough about how competitive she is.
That kind of tells you a lot, especially how young she is. She goes almost 5 innings, no runs allowed, and she feels like she let you guys down.
Yeah, I know. It's like you gotta make sure those 15-year-olds don't beat themselves up too much, because she wasn't terrible Wednesday, but really proud of her. Like I said, I think she grew up in front of our eyes this series. Just a warrior, very competitive. I think that it's like it's kind of like the whole team. She's taken on the personality of a lot of these kids, and they're all ultra competitive. And it starts with her in the circle. They love playing behind her. That's another thing that's good.
For 20 innings in this series, you guys were the better team. How are you able to keep them off balance, both with your pitching and as well as with the bats?
Just grit. There's no secret to this time of year. We've seen them a ton, live and on film. They've seen us a ton live and on film. There's no secrets. It takes complete grit, complete team effort, and I think we showed that.
I know whatever records and things like that you set moving forward, I know it's very special to you, considering Geyer softball only knows Keith Medford. Just how special is to do that, and how special is this program to you? Without tearing up here.
You got me a little bit on that. It's a special place. We've got great administration. We've got a great staff. Our AD is awesome. It's a wonderful place. I'm very lucky to be here. I lucked into this job. Nobody knew what Geyer was 18 years ago, and I got to bring a wonderful group of people to work with me. My coaching staff is second to none. I have kids that buy into everything that we throw at them. I'd love to sit here and take all this credit, but man, I think they say, raising a kid takes a village. I think running a team absolutely takes a village. We got great parents too. So, you can put my name next to it if you want to, but there's a lot of moving pieces here, and it starts with this group right here that has a ton of grit. Very proud of them.
How are you guys able to get to Sadie in the first inning?
That's a great question. The goal is always to score early. I think one thing that has stuck with me through the many years I've done this is you usually get to a great pitcher early. And Sadie is a great pitcher. And for whatever reason, it happens. It's happened to our aces before. It's happened to everybody. Baseball, softball, everything. You usually get to a great pitcher early. And we were very fortunate to have that happen today.
Did you have any opportunities in the past to maybe leave Geyer, or you have 2 kids, to watch them grow up? If so, why did you?
I was here no matter what. I was at Irving as the head coach for 7 years, and I wasn't even trying to leave Irving. And I had a friend of mine that was a football coach that got the football coaching job here as an assistant, and brought me in for an interview. And no, this has been home. My kids, that's all they've ever known. Their closets are full of Geyer stuff. The poor kids, they had no choice. So yeah, no, that's never been a thought. This is my home.
And what do you remember about that 2010 team, and And do you see some similarities with these two teams?
Yeah, I think the competitiveness of the 2010 team is very similar to this group. They're very competitive, ultra competitive. Like I said, that starts in the circle, and our pitching coach was on that 2010 team as the pitcher. So she brings the absolute grit to this group. They feed off of that. Finley feeds off of her. So, I'm more happy for her probably than anything because, she was hungry to go back too. But yeah, they're very similar. Like anytime you make the trip to Austin, there's going to be some similarities. And I just think that the biggest thing that keeps coming up is the competitiveness.
And what's her name?
Kylie Irvin.
She was a 2010
graduate. I'll tell you a great story about her. At the beginning of the year, of her senior year, they were having kids come in and buy their caps and gowns. And she said, I'm not going to need that. I'm graduating on the field in Austin. And she did. She graduated on the field in Austin at the state tournament. So that carries over, we talked about it from the get-go. The beginning of the season, like speak it into existence. We're not running away from this. This is what we're trying to do. We have a big mural in the locker room that has a picture of UT's field that they look at every day. That's the goal. So, you got to have the pieces to do it, but that stuff doesn't hurt either.
Last one is, you could never imagine starting the season 35-0.
Absolutely not.
At the beginning of the year or the first couple of weeks, could you already see the potential as a state team?
Yeah, I think, despite the record, because I always said that was never the goal, but we saw potential, absolutely, and we didn't know at the beginning about how effective we were going to be in the circle. Like, we've got two kids that are going to come in as newcomers to varsity. Finley, obviously, being a freshman, and then Jenny, too. So we weren't real sure there, but we knew we had the chance to do something special. We're, pretty unique, fast, with a little bit of power. So we thought that combination had a chance, to maybe take us down there.
Awesome.